me turn this down. I didn't know I had sound on. Welcome. So this is a video I've been wanting to do for a little while. This is my created team. I've created everybody on this team. And this is a game that I already played yesterday against the Cavs. We won the game, but I turned my PlayStation off before the autosave feature kicked in. So we lost the game. The game's progress anyway. So basically, here's my starting lineup. I'm going with my default class. Every once in a while, any one of these three guys will get a nod to start, depending on the matchup that I'm seeing. Uh, Against the Cavs, though, I really don't see any advantages in starting any of them. So we're just going to go with my normal lineup. So as we come in, obviously we're facing the Cavs. The roster set I'm using is after the trade deadline moves. So they have Clarkson, they have Hood, and all those guys, but they don't have Isaiah or Kyrie. And this is NBA 2K 17, so a lot of these rosters have been adjusted manually. Alright, so no need to watch any of the games intros. And time for tip-off. We're going to get the ball first. And I believe I changed a setting that I want to change back real quick. Yes. So back him down. And that works so many times. Yeah, I was playing around with some coaching settings, trying to get the best available results there, and I realized me calling my own plays really didn't help with the fluidity of my gameplay. A lot of shot clock violations because I couldn't finish the play. So it's a lot easier to have the coach just automatically set it up. Just putting too much responsibilities as me as a player here. And yeah, no oop there. Alright, so Hardaway here. Oh, we'll start talking about these players here. Ooh, good rebound for LeBron. And sorry, so like I had really none of this planned out. I just really wanted to play and discuss as we played. So, ooh, no, we're not gonna do that. Slow it down, slow it down. Wide open, you can't leave him open. They did, and it didn't hurt him. And then they leave him open. Yeah, that's gonna work. Okay, so try to slow this down and talk. I'm really hard when I'm playing, because I'm thinking of so much while I'm playing. I'm not gonna do that because human error. On defense, I normally control the center, and I try to just keep the paint on lockdown. I find that's the most effective way for me to play defense. I get a little too steal happy sometimes, or I get a little too block happy on the wing. So it's just trying to remove the human error aspect of it. On offense, I like to play a half-court set style. Alright. And there it is. Alright. So, now that you guys know how I play on defense, I don't really have to talk while I'm on defense. I just gotta pay attention. So, the first time I played this game, we held LeBron to 3 of 11 shooting. Velmont Lawal, number 92 there, is the guy primarily tasked with guarding him. He played almost every minute LeBron was on. And he did an excellent job of shutting him down last time I played this game. So I'm hoping for similar results. He's a defensive specialist, so he's offensively very limited. You saw him hit that one open three earlier. That's about the extent of his offensive repertoire. Uh, you can get some hustle points, you know, some putbacks and stuff. He's athletic enough to keep up with Kevin Love. Thought he'd pass out of that. But yeah, so he is basically a mixture of Ron Artest, Scottie Pippen, you know, the best defensive players on the wing, but a little bit worse than all those guys on offense. Ooh, let's get that out. Reset here. Normally with Dupont, I will put that back up. Dupont, he's going to be really easy. Alright. Dupont's going to be really easy for me to discuss. He is an exact model of Shaquille O'Neal. He's a little bit bigger than Shaq. But all of his tendencies and attributes are directly a rip of Shaquille O'Neal's. And he's going to do that. Nice. So yeah, he's basically 2000, 2001 Shaq for the Lakers, but he's a little bit taller and he's white, obviously. So he's white Shaq. You see, and I'm almost ready for a substitution. Eric Green is modeled after Dirk Nowitzki. You can pretty much see the resemblance there too. He's a stretch four. He's not very athletic, wide open. Dupont already has 8 and 6 and 1. Oh boy, it's going to be a big game for him. Tristan Thompson cannot do anything against Dupont. Keith Bowman, thinking about Keith Bowman, you could think about late career Jason Kidd. A pretty good rebounder for his size, although with somebody like Dupont in the house, you don't really get to flourish. Ooh, bad defense there. Fouls are going to be really good because it's a break. I could actually talk. So yeah, Keith Bowman will hit a three every now and then, but pretty much all he is the guy who's going to run the offense, and he's going to not make too many mistakes doing it. And I can't see your comments. Let me see if I can load the video up while this is happening. And I can't stop, no one's watching. Thanks, man. That means a lot. I don't really care. I have friends who are going to watch this later on, and I'm doing it for the 5 friends that want to watch it. Take your negativity and shove it up your toenail, you piece of shit. Wide open is Hardaway. Ooh, get out of here, LeBron. So I subbed Green out for Darnell Curtis. Darnell Curtis is almost like a Nene type player. He's an in and out stretch four at times. A little bit better on defense than Nene. Hey man, you brought your negativity in here. I'm usually a happy-go-lucky guy. I don't ever insult people. But you brought it on first. You came on my stream and said, stop, nobody's watching. I don't need that. Not when I'm trying to destroy the Cavs. So yeah, I took out Eric Green for Darnell Curtis, who's a more limited version of him offensively. Defensively, he's a little bit better, a little bit more of a better rebounder too. But Eric Green gets a lot of his value coming in later on in the game on the bench with a second unit. With Christos Jovanovic, I run a lot of pick and rolls with them, pick and pops. Thank you for your apology, Bugs Vlogs. I'm all about love and happiness, you know? And we are pretty much running away with this. Don't really need to change too much. I don't really want to change too much. Don't really see any need to substitute anybody out either. Is LeBron off the court right now? He is. Alright, I'm going to make that substitution. Get Lawal some rest. I see no reason to having Lawal on the court unless he's locking down LeBron, so. I don't like using the directional pad substitution method. It's really wonky, really annoying to me, especially when I'm trying to play and do it, you know. So I usually do the pause method. Gonna run a pick and roll right here. Well, that worked. Good job, Hardaway. That works 7 out of 10 times probably, especially with Hardaway and Dupont. Hardaway is a LeBron and Kobe hybrid. That's really unfair. But that's just on offense. On defense, he is really bad. Modeled him kind of as a James Harden, Melo type there on that side of the floor. And you notice I am going to the paint a lot. I'm not running the fast break offense too much. I'm not shooting a lot of threes. I try to work my game from the inside and go out from there. A lot of triangle offense. Pick and pop. Ooh, okay, good move, good move, good move. Good D. And there it is. So Jovanovic is almost like a more outside scoring version of Allen Iverson. You could still get to the rim like him. He's worse on defense. Not quite as smart on offense either. He takes less lower IQ in his shot selection. He is my sixth man because of that volume shooting approach of his. He really carries a load on offense for me when Dupont and Hardaway aren't in there. And yep, there's a fast break score there. So they're sneaking back in here. I went away from Dupont for a few plays there, and it's really hurting me. But go right back down to him. He almost has a double-double here in the first quarter. There's just no answer to him in the modern NBA, man. Like, it's ridiculous. So, to go with this, I also have another franchise where I'm watching every game. to completely remove my skill from the picture. Not that my skill really matters too much in how I play. My sliders are set to produce realistic results that aren't dependent on my personal skill. So, like, I have real field goal percentage shooting on and stuff like that, just to kind of remove my abilities from the element here. Wide open. Ooh, okay, good, 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 good. And in case you're wondering how my spectating franchise is going, I am 30-0 on that one. It's bananas, dude. So Hardaway is normally very efficient on offense. Uh, you see, I go into that post like late game Kobe, and he has LeBron's athleticism attributes and tendencies too. So it's like the best of both worlds of LeBron and Kobe on offense. But that's where Thelma Wall's importance is really noticeable, is he's so weak on defense. I don't know if I want to take Dupont out. He needs a break. Alright, let us Bowman's gonna sit for Spinelli. Curtis is gonna go back out for Green, and we're gonna go ahead and put Peeler in just for a few minutes. And that didn't work. Alright. So we got an 8-point edge on the Cavs after the first quarter. LeBron hasn't really done anything against us. I'm surprised they took him out so quick. I'm wondering if there's an injury that I missed or something. Dupont is absolutely leaving his mark on this game. And I don't really see any need for me to make any adjustments. With my second unit, I do run the floor a little bit more. I try to spread it out a little bit more. The pace changes a little bit. Is LeBron in, is the question. Yep, I'm going to have to bring the wall back in. I don't see any need to take Hardaway out, though, because he's going to try to draw a foul early on here. I don't really want to call a timeout this early into the quarter. But without the wall, LeBron is going to have a field day. I'll let Love take that shot all day. Whew. You're going to leave me open right there with Hardaway? You can't do that. Like I said, with Jovanovic leading the offense and not Bowman, you're going to see me run the floor a lot more. We got a more outside offense approach now. And Jovanovic is so quick, too. You're going to see me really just turn up the jets and get to the rim a lot with him. Whoa. And Hardaway is going to... So David Peeler, my center that's in right now, is there it is right there. David Peeler is based off of late career Dikembe Mutombo. He's there for his defensive presence and his rebounding presence. He's not going to be a focal point on offense. We don't need him to be, though. You know, when he's in the game, he's usually in with the second unit. And when the second unit's in, that's Jovanovic's game. Eric Green will make an impact here and there with the second unit. Green really complements Jovanovic's style of play. And when Dupont is on the decline, because, I mean, like I've said, I've been creating this team since NBA Live 2003. That was the first time I remember creating this team. The team has kind of evolved significantly since then, with small iterations changing here and there, but mostly the chemistry and makeup has remained the same. I believe it was NBA2K 11 where I played like 6 or 7 seasons with the team, and around year 4 Dupont really started to decline, and Jovanovic and Green, the offense ran through them. And Hardaway, the interesting thing about Hardaway is that he could be the leading man on the team at any point that he wanted to because of his offensive prowess, but I usually choose to use him as a last resort. Like if I can't get the post game working, or if I can't get the pick and roll going, then I'll go to ISO game with him, and let him take over. I've scored 70 points with him in a game before. Really not that hard when you have a guy that's a LeBron Kobe hybrid, But so the interesting thing is that the offense is never built around him. He's just so dynamic offensively that he makes his impact known, regardless of the offensive set around him. So, and I think I'm getting ready to take him out here. I might do that right now. He's still at 81, though. There's no need for me to take him out, LeBron gets to the rim, and I think those are his first points of the game. I already know how this is going to work out. It's so good. So pretty, man. I mean, he's not shooting at his normal level tonight. He's usually like a 50% shooter. He's a little bit behind his norm. But you see how much more I'm using him now that we're gonna run this fast break real quick. No, nice transition D. Good awareness for Love. You gonna? All right, good transition. Gonna leave him open right here, though. Yeah. And look at the wall, putting in the work. That's what he's here for, man. and then he gets beat off the ball switch, but LeBron's not an outside shooter anyway, so let him take that shot. And there's Jovanovic. You're gonna leave him open? LeBron's gonna pull up, and he's gonna hit that. He's got 5 points. Just some bad transition offense there. That's my bad. That's what I mean about the human error. And LeBron looking like he's going to have a better game already than he did last time we faced these guys. Uh, he finished the game with 8 points last time. He's already up to 6 now. Still, LeBron only on pace to score about 12 points. Let me look here. All right, Hardaway's going to get a break now. Spinelli. I think that's the only change I'm going to make right now. And I do this a lot too. Normally not so much with Dupont as in, even though I have been this game. Uh, but normally when they crash the boards like that, you know, everybody but my center is normally pretty good at shooting the 3 ball. So a wide open 3, I'm going to try to take advantage of that. Wow. Green just does the craziest moves like that, man. It's so good. And we're up 13 right now. And you got to think Luol's defensive presence on LeBron is primarily responsible for that. I'm going to get Dupont back in. My next dead ball. I'm probably going to call a timeout. Brown open for 3 again, and he hits it. 9 points now. And you see, they got more fast break points than me. But I don't really care. That's not my game. And one. Nice play. So in another minute, I'm probably gonna call my second time out of the game. Uh, bring back in Curtis and Bowman. Ooh, good play, good play. And Corver's open. He's gonna hit that. Yep. Kyle Corver's my favorite player. A little trivia fact there. Spinelli is modeled after him. I know that's deep. I know that's deep, but gotta try to keep it in a character perspective there. You see, I don't make shots like that too many times. I don't attempt too many shots like that. But with Jovanovic, I try to be a little bit more ballsy, just because that's the kind of player he is. Try to take myself out of character a little bit to put myself into his shoes. He's got a little bit of a Steph Curry complex going on where he jack up a shot like that. Although Curry makes them and he doesn't as much. Ooh, good D. And Green is doing a pretty good job. Doing a really good job this game of distributing points between guys. Not leaning too heavily on Dupont or Hardaway. Green and Jovanovic are both doing an excellent job. Spinelli's open. In case you're wondering how the spectating franchise is going, we're 31-0. Dupont's averaging 30 points and 18 rebounds a game. Hardaway's averaging 25 and 5 and 5. Jovanovic is averaging 17 and 6, I think. And Green's averaging 15 and 10. So it's honestly, it's just there's no center in the league to really match up with Dupont, and he's eating it up. The closest calls we've had have been against the Heat and the Pelicans. Oh, just take it in now. Bad play, bad play, bad play. I knew I shouldn't have gone in. I should have get it back out and reset the offense. I never called that timeout I wanted to call. Just talking away, man. So now my substitution rotations are a little bit off. Whatever. Alright. Let me go ahead and make those changes now. Bowman. Hardaway. Curtis and Dupont. Ooh, did you see that block though? He didn't fuck around, man. So yeah, this first half, much the same as the last time I faced these guys. Last time I was really leaning on Hardaway and Dupont a little bit more. This game, Jovanovic and Green are a little bit more efficient. I'm being a little bit more aggressive with Lawal. That alley-oop there with Peeler was nice. There's Corver. They're not out of the game yet, though, either. Like, yeah, we've been in control all game, and we don't look like we're in danger of losing. And we're dominating the boards. That's all Dupont, man. 3 blocks, too. And LeBron, that's 18, 6, and 4 if he matches his first half performance in the second half. That's not a bad stat line. He's already outscored what he had last time I played this game, which I wish I saved, but whatever, man. Things happen. And besides, what better team to stream my debut than against the best player in basketball? The wall he's so important, though. You see there, LeBron just can't break free and get to the rim. And then he airballs it, shot clock violation. Hardaway will probably leave the game here early on in this quarter, depending on what his stamina looks like. He played a lot in that first half. Oh, Tristan Thompson, get out of here, buddy. Just a huge mismatch down low. And yeah, he's a liability from the free throw line. And Clarkson, open, misses. I don't know why he made that pass there. It's not who I wanted the CPU to pass to. Dupont. 17 and 14 now. His 1 point that's not in the paint was from the free throw line. Ooh, let's get it. Clarkson could hit those threes all day, but unless LeBron starts getting something going, they ain't gonna win, man. Just brute force. Get to the line, get their bigs in foul trouble, and then just beat up on power forwards that are forced to play center. I mean, that's pretty much what the NBA is already right now, which is why I'm able to just dominate Tristan Thompson like this, because he's not a traditional center. And he's open. Three. LeBron with a rebound. Hardaway is really not shooting his normal efficiency levels here. Thompson just balls right there, man. But you see, 2 points. Good D there for Thompson. LeBron pull up three. 12 points for LeBron. He's shooting 3 for 10 though. And the only shots he's made have been 3-point shots. Open transition 3-point shots at that for most of them. Let me just double check and see here. I'm going to let Hardaway sit. The wall's not sitting until LeBron's sitting. Can't really make that substitution with him at the line anyway. So when you look at LeBron's points and you really analyze his performance, you really got to think we're doing an excellent job. Like a lot of those transition threes, no matter how good defense you're playing, he's gonna hit that, you know. So if LeBron's gonna only if LeBron's gonna shoot 3 for 10 and hit 3 out of what 3 out of 6 3-point shots in transition, yeah, I'll take that. I'll let him do that all day, you know. He hasn't been able to get to the bucket like he likes to do. It's really surprising to me that they haven't started bringing the double team. Bad shot there. Offense broke down though. You know that happens from time to time, and I had to take a chance that I normally don't like to take. LeBron open for 3, but you look at the difference between Dupon's game and Tristan Thompson's game. Tristan Thompson is 2 points and 7 rebounds. Dupont has 22 points and 15 rebounds. I'm going to make that substitution so that he's fresh for that last quarter. Lawal is not getting out of the game until LeBron is out of the game. That is his assignment. There it is. Their 3-point game is really keeping them in. But I'm not really feeling the pressure. Ooh. That was a bad. I should have finished with Bowman. I didn't. That's just what it is, you know. There's James. Is his first basket that wasn't a transition 3 or a free throw. Dupont's really taking over here. We're gonna take him out. You know, might not be a good decision. You know. I can't. I'll let Curtis stay in just for a few more minutes. I really need my scorers in though. You know, I don't have any guy on my team that I think averaged 15 points a game as a starter right now. LeBron's out. So I'm going to call one more timeout this quarter because I think you can only go into the final quarter with 3, right? Good D, good D. At about 2 minutes, I'm probably going to take out Curtis for Green, unless Curtis really starts to hinder our offensive flow. Good D, good D. Alright, so we are now in a one-possession game. We might need to bring Hardaway in sooner rather than later. In and out, man. They tied the game up. First time this game has been tied since the first quarter. You know, this is their best chance to kind of get a lead here and maybe make some noise. Since my starting unit's back in next quarter, it's probably going to be over. And can't leave Jovanovic open like that. And that right there, 33%, that is the wall effect. You're not going to leave him open right there, are you? This is 8th rebound. He's barely played today. Alright, I think next time I get the ball, I'm going to bring Green in. Maybe even Hardaway, depending on how his... And I will go to the line here. Yeah, I'm not gonna call a timeout on a fast break chance like that though. Jovanovic 12 and 4 off the bench. 12 and 3, I mean. Hardaway's going to come back in. Get a little bit more length on that perimeter. That's Hardaway's game, bro. You know, he's struggling too. Him and LeBron both. Excellent putback. Man, Jovanovic is just such a hustle player, dude. I think they're going to milk the clock out, so Dupont, let Green go. I have a feeling LeBron's probably coming back in. So I think that's going to be my 5 to start the next quarter. Alright, so it's a one-possession game, and we're going into the last quarter. Hopefully I made the right decision putting Lawal in. I doubt they'd go into the last quarter in such a close game with LeBron on the bench. And yeah, he's on the floor, so I made that right call. And my offense should be a little bit more fluid right now. You see Tristan Thompson, already 5 fouls. Jovanovic getting to the line at will tonight. And this is anybody's game right now. I'm not sweating it. I'm pretty positive that I'm going to win this game, but nice. It's a low percentage shot, man. Ooh. That pick and roll. LeBron doing his thing there. Nice dish. Making the right play. He probably could have beat the wall there for the second time this game, but instead then he reaches in. He's starting to get aggressive. In and out, man. What was that pass, dude? It was supposed to go to Jovanovic. Instead, it went to the scorer's table. Whatever. If you notice, we don't really turn the ball over too much. We don't make a lot of making up for it. Making up for it. Look at what DuPont is doing tonight, dude. George Hill. Jovanovic continues to get to the line, and he is almost perfect. He might be perfect from the line tonight. 18 and 5 off the bench, sitting right about where he usually is. We need that scoring from him right now, though. You know, right now he's our second most efficient scorer. LeBron misses that three. Look at that. That ball movement was just nice right there. Ooh. So we got us an 8-point lead right now. And the wall. Just locking him down, dude. That's what that pick and roll is so devastating, because Jovanovic is aggressive enough to take it to the hole, but generous enough to pass that up, too. And how many times has Lawal taken on the one-on-one coverage tonight of LeBron? LeBron tries to do anything he can to get by him, and this might be an oop. Nope. That play, you know, every now and then I could sneak an alley-oop in right there. That hustle from the wall. Might be time to bring Hardaway in, although I'm really liking the flow that my offense has right now. And Tristan Thompson's fouled out. That's going to end his night, and if anybody's had a poor night tonight, Tristan Thompson is number one. And he misses both of those, but right now he gets to beat up on Jared Sullinger for the next 7 minutes and 20 seconds, and that is just not going to go well for them. Alright, let's just see here. I might bring in Curtis just for a little bit longer. Gonna let Hardaway sit for maybe 2 more minutes. Green's been effective, but I could run those pick and rolls, pick and pops with Curtis at almost as high as a level. And right now, you know, this offense has really been going through Jovanovic. Man, Jovanovic is just getting to that line over and over again. Only Dupont's first foul. He was in foul trouble the first 2 games of the season, too. This is my 3rd game of the season, in case you're wondering. He missed both. Still a 6-point game. Good D, but they got to recover that. They're trying their nuts off right now, man. This has been a good game. Dupont's got 30 points, 21 rebounds. 2 assists. He's got, what, 3 blocks? Maybe 4 now. Well, let's run that pick and pop, shall we? Didn't work. Goaltending. Dupont, I got burnt there a little bit. I rotated just a little too slow. That's what, his 2nd bucket that was contested that he's made today. Still close enough to where that could be the make or break moment here. Alright, next possession, I'm calling out a timeout, getting my starting unit back in, and really trying to push this W. The wall, forcing a big-time turnover. And a transition bucket. Jovanovic 22 and 7 off the bench. Another steal for the wall. And let's go ahead and make those substitutions. Spinelli for Hardaway. We got us an 8-point lead with 4 minutes left. Getting our starting unit back out on the floor. It should be just about over, guys. Good D there for Sullinger. Six-point game now. It's over, man. 10-point game. This is just a timeout to get my players a little bit more rest. Slow down the pace, you know. Dupont is unfair, dude. You see what these timeouts are doing. It's really adding energy to my starters. I don't really think they have a chance in coming back either. So, I think Lawal, even though the numbers don't look as impressive as they did last time we faced these guys, and I think his impact might be more noticeable this game. LeBron really struggling to get any semblance of offensive consistency. This is a Hardaway play. Wide open for three. Yeah. And right now, this is where I'm going to probably run up the score just a little bit. Hardaway is going to start dropping some threes. And this game was a lot closer than what the final score is going to say. Good D, good D. They're not giving up. LeBron is he's struggling so hard right now. Boy. Oh boy. The attitude threes are my favorite. Why not call a three? Keep everybody fresher just a little bit. That's Hardaway, man. We're going to run this score up. We're not going to take it easy in these last few minutes. We're up 17. We won by 17 when I did this game last time, by the way. So right now, the final score is pretty much exactly what it was last time. And that was some human error there, but You know, let's take that last time out. Why not? Should have just enough time to hit one last attitude shot with Hardaway, or attempt one anyway. Why not, right? So, I think the player of the game is obvious. Dupont really just dominated all game. Hardaway has more points than he probably should deserves. He was really inefficient early on. Really struggled to find his rhythm. But here we are. Hey doggo, how's it going? So you see there our other two games. I'll just show you the box scores to those real quick. This game here, Dupont was in foul trouble. He had 8 blocks though. He had 4 fouls. He sat out a lot early on. Jovanovic 22 and 8. Hardaway struggled. Green did his thing. The wall, we didn't really need him too much. We went to the bench there late in the game because we had a 30-point lead, and McLeod and Blake and those guys got some time. Our second game against the Pistons, Dupont was in heavy foul trouble early on because of Drummond and Blake Griffin. He still finished with 29, 21, and 5 blocks, but we really leaned heavily on Hardaway that game. You see, Jovanovic wasn't quite as efficient that game. 12 points, 3 assists, 4 for 11, 1 for 6 behind the arc, only getting the line 4 times. Green struggled. You know, everybody struggled there. And we won by 1 point based off a huge game for Hardaway, you know. So, look one more time at the game against the Cavs here. LeBron 18, 5 and 5. 6 for 17 shooting. 37 minutes, and you see here 36 minutes, and shot 1 for 4. You know, he didn't do, and all of them are 3-point shots. You know, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals. You know, that's his role, man. He's just gonna play D. Dupont had his best game of the season. Hardaway struggled early on, ended up around that 25, 5 and 5 that I picture him being. Jovanovic 6 for 21, but 9 for 11 at the free throw line, 1 for 8 behind the arc. Aggressive, man, aggressive. Green was efficient, 7 for 10, 6 rebounds, didn't do much of anything else. Peeler, rebounds, defense on the inside. Curtis, Bowman, no mistakes for Bowman, you know, no turnovers. That's the thing too, is you look 6 turnovers to 5. So just curious right now, and yeah, we're not trading Hardaway for anybody. Eh, 6 blocks a game. Alright guys, so that was the team. I think it's really, that's just how I play, man. Like, it's not the most fun way of playing, but you know, I built this team over the years and they play a specific way, and it doesn't, it translates really well having a big man like that surrounded by shooters like us, like we do in this current NBA. And it's a shame there isn't a team that can play the way this team is modeled to play in the NBA. If you guys liked the video, let me know. I could make more of these. honestly, it's as easy as playing with a fucking headset on. Uh, that's how I play most of the time anyway, you know. Literally, it takes no more effort for me to stream like this. Uh, if you guys like it, please let me know. If you want to see more, hit me up, man. Like, I don't mind. I've been thinking about uh, finishing up year 2 on the Madden franchise here too. All this NFL free agency has kind of made me pay attention to football a little bit more. Um, I'm not playing too much Call of Duty these days, so you know, it won't be too hard for me to sit here one night and do that. Let me know if you guys want to see some Madden stuff. Alright, guys. Thanks for tuning in. See you later.